Good morning, and welcome to our pre-recorded service here at Church of Peace, the Spiritualist Center. My name is Charvon Carlson, and I will be the chair and speaker this morning. And to get us started, let us start with the invocation. God of love and light, we join to share and receive healing from those in spirit and each other. We ask your blessings as we open our hearts and mind, letting in the love and comfort you so freely share. And so it is. As spiritualists, we do not have dogma or creed. We have principles, which are our guidelines that we use to inspire, grow, and develop into the best versions of ourselves. Please feel free to read along with me as I recite our 9 principles. We believe in infinite intelligence. We believe that the phenomena of nature, both physical and spiritual, are the expression of infinite intelligence. We affirm that a correct understanding of such expression and living in accordance therewith constitute true religion. We affirm that communication, I skipped one. We affirm that the existence and personal identity of the individual continue after the change called death. We affirm that communication with the so-called dead is a fact, scientifically proven by the phenomena of spiritualism. We believe that the highest morality is contained in the Golden Rule, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. We affirm the moral responsibility of individuals and that we make our own happiness or unhappiness as we obey or disobey nature's physical and spiritual laws. We affirm that the doorway to reformation is never closed against any soul, here or hereafter. We affirm that the precepts of prophecy and healing are divine attributes proven through mediumship. We have now come to the part of our service where we can take this time to quiet our minds, allow the great unseen healing force to enter our heart, grow within us, and we guide the light to ourselves and those who will receive. Let us read the healing prayer. I ask the great unseen healing force to remove all obstructions from my mind and body and to restore me to perfect health. I ask this in all sincerity and honesty, and I will do my part. I ask this great unseen healing force to help both present and absent ones who are in need of help and to restore them to perfect health. I put my trust in the love and power of God. As we listen to Spirits of Our Dream by Calm Waters, take this time to feel the great unseen healing force grow within you. Allow it to radiate throughout your entire being. And in your mind's eye, hold those that you would like to receive healing in the light, knowing they are receiving the comfort and love that they need now in their time of need. Continue to do this throughout the song, and I know that all are being restored to perfect health for their best and highest. Knowing that we are all healers, please join me as we send out our love, our wishes, and the great healing force to all in need. Great healing force, please guide your energy and love to those who are willing to receive, restoring them to perfect health in mind and body for their best and highest. And so it is. We have now come to the part of our service where we have our inspired speaking. And today's inspired speaker is me. Before we begin, we were going to be listening to a song. And following this song, I will be showing a video of a talk that I did some time ago for my own private personal YouTube channel. And it is about being. So before I begin speaking, recorded on a recording, let us listen to The Search Within by Nicholas Jones.
When your life's been put on hold for far too long, when the sorrow and despair is growing strong, there is always something good to be obtained from breaking loose and leave the things that kept you chained. So when you find the strength to really shed your skin, all you really need to do is search within. When the road is long and hard and without end, and you feel like nothing's waiting around the bend, all good things will always come to those who wait. If you hold on to your pride and stand up straight, so there is comfort to be found in living thin. All you really need to do is search within. There's one way to walk this earth if you plan to come out alive. One step at a time with your head held high. So when you find the strength to really shed your skin, all you really need to do is search within. All you really need to do is search within.
Okay, so we have come to me speaking. Just a reminder that, like I said, I recorded this, I believe, a couple of years ago. I'm not really sure what year it was, but you're going to tell by at the beginning, I start talking about different things that it's time. That was a while ago. I hope you enjoyed this talk. Hello, everyone. Probably should pull the microphone down so you might hear me better. Hi, it's been a minute. I know it's been a couple days. Um, I am on vacation. I started Friday, and it has been glorious so far. So forgive me for being a couple days late with this recording, but that's the thing about being a spiritualist that I enjoy, is that you live in the moment. And especially when the moment's good, you just savor it and you bask in it and you interact with the world and the people you love, and you really just be present for that. This past week, I got to see my grandchildren. It's been a minute. Uh, the pandemic and different things like that is what kept it from, being able to see each other, but now we're able to see each other. And we just had a glorious time hanging out in the pool, in the backyard, playing games, watching TV, and just being. And it's something I think we all in our human journey here do struggle with, just being. Especially, I don't know about other countries, but I know here in the United States, you got that culture of like you should be working and work hard and work longer and work harder, and you should always be doing something, even if you're not going to a job. If you're stay at home, you should be doing all these things in your home. If you're raising your kids, you should be doing all these things with your children, and there's no time for rest or appreciation or just being. It's kind of frowned upon a little bit. Like you can go on vacation, but even on vacation, you see people running around. They've got a laundry list of things that they must do and see and get to and experience. And I remember, hearing people say, God, I'm so glad to be back home and at work because I can relax a little bit. Because the work vacation ended up being more work than actually going to work every day. But why do we do that, right? Why do we feel that just being present in the moment and enjoying it is something that should be reserved for certain people? That I'm not worthy of that. I haven't reached a certain status or level in my life that I should be okay with just being. When I get there, I can rest. There's a popular saying, you can rest when you're dead. But why? Why you gotta wait that long? What's wrong with resting now? As spiritualists, we believe in natural law, and we believe that the law of nature, there are laws that govern just just the way the world works or the way we are. Some people, and whether you believe it or not, but that's the spiritualist thought process. And for me personally, I do believe there's a law to everything. But I always look to nature for what's the law? What's the law on rest? You think about it, about 3 or 4 months out of the year, your plants, the trees go dormant. They go nighty-night. Bears hibernate. Other animals go south, go where it's warmer if it's a cold climate area. Things happen in like a cyclical fashion. And even in the summer months, if you're in a summer climate, you see the birds, they're just sitting on a wire or sitting on the house or sitting on a tree branch. They're just sitting there. I know, because in my yard, It's kind of like Alice's Wonderland of animals, and I don't know why. Or maybe it's more like the Snow White. I'm not up on my Disney, and I know Alice in Wonderland is not Disney, but I'm not up on my cartoons. So maybe I should say it that way. Anyway, um, I have a bunny rabbit or a couple who just sit in the yard, just sitting there, ain't doing nothing. Some of them just laying down because it's hot, and they're resting. They're just being. And when they want to go do something, they go off and do it. And they're not scared of us. So if they go scurrying off, it's not because we came outside. It's because they something came to them like, oh, I'll go over there now. But we in our human world seem to think that sitting and being is something that we shouldn't be able to do. We feel guilty about it. What's that about? What about resting is means brings feelings of guilt? The dishes may need to be done, but they're still going to need to be done whether you rest or do them. Doesn't matter when you do them. So why not rest? I understand there are things that we have to get done or we choose to get done because it's more of a choice, right? Because I choose to go to work because I enjoy having shelter and I live in a society or in a world that our exchange for shelter, for food is monetary, and how I obtain that monetary, the money to pay for it is by choosing to go to work. But I can also choose not to. It's another beauty of spiritualism is our life is a series of choices, conscious or unconscious. And when you're being, when you're living in the moment and just being and just resting and just inhale, exhale, and then enjoying what's going on or not enjoying what's going on, but whatever it is, it makes those choices and decisions that you make. It gives you time to really process it and say, is this what I want to be doing? Is this where I want to be going? Is this what I need? And it's in that pause that you're able to take that time to figure out if it is. But when you're not paused and you're moving like 90 miles an hour, going, you're making a lot of decisions and choices on the fly. And at some point down the road, when you finally sit down, so you realize that there was a couple choices there that you wish you had made that choice because that wasn't a good one, and nor was that one, but you never took the time to figure out if they were or not until after the fact. I want to proffer a new thought process that in the being, in the resting, in the pause, helps you to make more choices that are in alignment with who you are and what you want to be and how you want to define yourself than in the hustle and bustle of moving and never sitting. And that those choices that you make for each step carry more meaning and mean something to you. And you're less likely to make choices that you never wanted, that you didn't want to do. Oh, no more. Like, there's that party. You got home from work and you're tired, and all you want to do is sit down and have a glass of wine or a glass of soda. In my case, it's a cup of coffee. It's always coffee. And you want to watch some TV, or you want to read a book, or you want to play that game on your video, on your phone, whatever it is. And a friend of yours, you're friends, but you're not friends. Oh, I need you to come over. We're having a party, and you said you would come and what, and you know you don't want to go to the party because you just want to unwind and relax. And you know that by going to this party, there won't be any unwinding or relaxing happening. Because usually when you go to this party, you're usually feeling awkward, or you're feeling left out, or you're feeling agitated, or whatever. Pick a thing. You're not feeling it, basically. But you chose to go. And then after the party's over and you head home, you complain and moan and swear you'll never do that again, and you're not going to the next one, and I don't know why I went. I could have just stayed home and relaxed. And then I mean, you got all these emotions and all these things going. When had you paused before, when your friend called and said, oh, come over to the party, and had you paused and you just said, what is in my best interest right now? And then you say to your friend, I love you, but I'm not coming over. Have a great time. And all of that acrimony and all of that drama or all of that other angsty feelings, you're calm when you're relaxed. Now your friend may respond well, or they may not respond well, or what. But either way, the more, and it gets hard at first. Trust me, it's not an easy thing to just start saying, I choose not to participate in that. And there's nothing to do with you. It's me. And this is not what I want to do. I want to be. I want to rest. I'm choosing to rest. I'm choosing to relax. I'm choosing me. And the more you do that, the more the wonders of being alive on this planet and this craziness of it all, you enjoy. And the less sitting there regretting that you did XYZ that you didn't want to do, but you made the choice to do it knowing you didn't want to do it. I mean, there are some things we do. Like if you're a mom and you gave birth to children, you do need to feed them and take care of them. You chose to have children. But you can find joy in that too. Because I'm hoping you chose the children. And I'm not talking about extenuating circumstances and situations of more of a huge, I'm talking about for those of us whose lives are not dictated by circumstances or situations that are bigger and beyond our control and our ability to manage. I'm talking about those of us who have some sort of ability to really make choices for ourselves that is more rooted in love of self. Because the more of us that make those type of choices and decisions, we reflect that outward, other people see it, and then they start being like, hey, I can do that too. Because most people learn more by action than they do by words. It's why the self-help industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Because think about it. You should only need to read a self-help book one time and be done. If it's a good one, you only need one. But we like to read these quotes. We like to hear these words. We like to hear it pitched to us in various different ways and shapes and form. And then keep going back and asking ourselves, why isn't it working? Why? Because you need the action to follow behind it. You need to see these people doing what they say, living what they're preaching. This isn't going to be a long one because, like I said, I'm on vacation and I'm just being, but I wanted to get on here and just share that thought with you. And maybe it helps. At any rate, be well, stay safe, and thank you for being. Have a good one. And I'd like to thank myself for such an inspiring talk. And now we have come to announcements. As you know, just a reminder, we send out the weekly newsletter on the first Monday of the week. And inside of the newsletter is all of the activities that are coming up or happening that week. The things that are happening that week, events, service, what have you, that have Zoom links attached and they're not a paid um, and payment, I'm sorry, and payment is not required to attend, will have the Zoom link attached to it. Well, now with the spiritual gathering, while that is also being advertised and while that isn't a paid event or paid classes that we're having, because registration is required, the Zoom link will only go out to those who have registered for it, and it will go out closer to the time that the classes start. So I just wanted to give that clarity. Also, check out our website. I try to update it and keep it as current as possible. You could also check out our Facebook page. On there, I also try to keep the calendar current and updated and flowing with what's coming up. And I just also want to say thank you and appreciation to those who have made donations to our church in the past, in the present, and in the future. I thank you all for taking this time to watch our recorded service. This is our first time doing this, so I hope it goes well. I hope everybody enjoys it. Um, and I think that's about all the talking. So now to the announcements. Today, later this afternoon, at 1 o'clock Central Standard Time, our very own Michelle Wyatt will continue to be teaching her class Channeled Writing with the Masters, where she talks about different masters in the past and what they were about and their energies, as well as help to guide everyone who attends in learning how to do inspired channeled writing or art, whatever works for you. So if you're interested in attending, this class is free. You can do so today again at 1 o'clock Central Standard Time. On April 25th, we will hold our healing circle. At this healing circle, we sit in quiet meditation for about a strong 20-25 minutes and focus our thoughts in healing, sending out healing to all who will receive. If you're interested in sitting with us, adding to the energy, raising that vibration, and sending that healing out, please feel free to join us. On April 28th, I will be teaching. The slide is incorrect with the time. The time is actually 3 to 4:30. I will be teaching via Zoom, being a culturally sensitive medium. It is $30 per person to attend. And to register for this event, you can do so via our PayPal, which our PayPal username is churchofpeacespiritual@gmail.com. Also, if you go to our website and on the home page, further down, there is a button that says donate. If you click on that, you can do so through there. Please make sure in the note to indicate that you are paying for being a culturally sensitive medium class. And then again, like I said earlier, the Zoom link and information will go out to those who have registered closer to the event. This class will be focused on how to be a more sensitive medium when delivering messages to spirit loved ones of diverse backgrounds. We will address how our conscious and unconscious bias can cloud the message, as well as explore techniques we can use to bring messages from spirit that are not clouded by our own prejudices and biases. And then a spiritual gathering. It's a new addition here at Church of Peace. And the point of this particular addition is so that we can do practices, classes, discussions, talks that help us to continue to develop and grow in our spiritual journey. The first session will be meditation and its practices. This will happen on Wednesday night for 8 weeks at 7 p.m. Central Time, Standard Time. In this series, we will learn about various meditation techniques and practices. Space is limited, so please register by May 1st. And you register, well, all of this to register, you just email the Church of Peace Spiritual at gmail.com. And then the next part of this series is we will be doing a book study with Opening to Spirit by Caroline Shola Ariwa. In this book study, we will be working through the chakra, educating us on our chakra, opening through spirit, and getting comfortable with chakra work and living in the light, while also having the wonderful opportunity of being educated about African spirituality and and working with some of their methods and opening to spirit. Again, this is also a limited space, so if you're interested, you must register by email by July 25th. This will start on the fourth Sunday of each Sunday, it's not Monday, Sunday in July. It will go from 4 to 6 p.m. And this class will continue until we have completed the book. And so the only requirement for this class is that you must have your own copy of the book. And that concludes our announcements. Now, normally about this time is when we do our messages from Spirit. And because this is pre-recorded and I'm by myself, unfortunately, though I feel you all here, I do feel you here, I will say that. The message I believe that Spirit is laying upon my heart to share with you at the conclusion of this is to know that your loved ones are always with you. To know that the light of Spirit and your spirit loved ones is always connected, always intertwined. And if you just take a moment, sit in the breath, sit in the pause, you can feel your loved ones drawing closer to you. You can feel their love, their comfort, their support. And the more you trust yourself that you are spirit and you are connected, the easier it is for you to hear, whether it's through feeling, whether through a quick thought or flash in your mind, or whatever method, your loved ones communicating with you. Know that they are always with you because you are spirit. And now it is time for our benediction. As the service comes to a close, may the light we have grown this morning continue to shine brightly throughout our week, allowing it to glow, radiate, and touch all those whose paths we may cross. May we cross with peace, may we cross with healing, and may we cross with kindness as we go about our days. Be well, stay safe, and thank you for being present. And this concludes our service. Have an incredible day. Bye-bye.